This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, a new look for the heart of Invercargill. We reveal details of the multi-million-dollar project. The wheels start turning on another addition to Central Otago's growing cycle trail network. And who was lucky visitor number 2 million? A Dunedin tourist attraction celebrates a major milestone. Good evening, I'm Callum Proctor. Preliminary plans for the redevelopment of the Invercargill Central Business District were revealed to business leaders and media in a presentation last night. The multi-million-dollar project will see the majority of an inner city block demolished to add a heart to the city centre. Sharon Rees has more.
Invercargill City Centre will go from 1954 to 2054 in just 5 years. At least that's what HWCP Company Director Scott O'Donnell hopes for the city. Preliminary plans revealed last night show a complete overhaul for the block stretching from D Street to Kelvin Street between Esk and Tay Streets, of which HWCP now owns all but 3 buildings.
The 3 things we don't own actually add value anyway. The ILT Hotel, Picture Theatre, Troopers, and they stay and add value. And then, hopefully, we've got a complete greenfield site to start again. And that's just a wonderful situation to get it right. We've got a chance to make history for the future.
The plans showed an idea of what the block may look like, which included an office precinct attached to the Troopers Memorial Building, a new medical centre, a shopping centre, food court, a large anchor retailer, and a new HWR building in place of the Government Life Building. O'Donnell says the plans add a modern, big city feel to Invercargill.
I'm quite a follower of big cities. I like London, I like New York. I don't want to live there, but I actually want to bring some of those elements into our nice wee town. This is a great place to live, but it hasn't got a heart. We're adding the heart to make it special.
With the first of the demolitions planned for later this year, O'Donnell says retailers would have to be moved from the block, and that container-style retail or a pop-up mall concept could be options for businesses. HWCP hopes to demolish 2 heritage buildings in the block, the Government Life Building and the former Southland Times Building. O'Donnell said the company has a fight on its hands, but that the buildings were in a bad state, which would be costly and time-consuming to repair.
Presently there's no demand for those buildings. They're in a bad state of repair and nobody can afford to repair them given the present economic activity. We hope to fix that and create a future for both new and for old.
Batchelor McDougall Consulting Director Graham McDougall showed the extent of the damage to the buildings and said the Government Life Building in particular was beyond repair.
The building structure is just not up to it and it's incredibly difficult to fix that structure because it's been so, well, you saw the photos. You could see inside all the concrete spalling and so on. It's past its use-by date.
The company consulted with the present tenant base about the plans last night, and from next week, consultations with nationwide businesses will begin in order to fill spaces in the precinct. The timeframe offered by the company shows the first buildings could be occupied as early as 2021. Sharon Rees, The South Today.
Police are keeping an open mind on a rash of star stickers randomly plastered on letterboxes inland from Hokitika in the past few days. Acting Senior Sergeant Paul Watson of Greymouth Police says they may be an innocent or more sinister explanation. A resident of Woodstock, Rimu Road, alerted police after stars had been stuck on their letterbox and others in the area. Watson says police are interested to hear of any unusual activity in the Woodstock, Rimu area, which might explain who was responsible for the stickers. Well, construction of a new 3.2 kilometre cycle trail from the old Shotover Bridge to Tucker Beach Delta near Queenstown is underway. The track's estimated to cost $300,000 and is hailed by organisers as an integral part of the cycling network in the Wakatipu Basin. Mina Amso has the story.
Quail Rise resident and Rotary Club president Kerry Dunlop has spent 2.5 years getting to the point of the construction of the new Tucker Beach Trail. It offers cyclists views of the remarkables Shotover River, the old Shotover Bridge and Coronet Peak.
With the car park at the old Shotover Bridge, where they have toilet facilities, it seemed to be a wonderful opportunity to produce a track that mothers, even with little children, could use up to about a kilometre, and a picnic area, and take their children home. So once we decided that was really iconic, then we became aware that there was an opportunity to take the track right round the Shotover River to Tucker Beach.
The project was approved by the Queenstown Lakes District Council in 2015. However, Dunlop had a few challenges to deal with, one of them being nervous property owners.
Naturally, they want a minimum of intrusion of the trail, and you can see behind me how we've, in this case, that will be over probably 2.5 metres we've cut in.
The $300,000 track is jointly funded by the Queenstown Trail Trust, the Queenstown's Rotary Club, the Central Lakes Trust, the Community of Trust Southland, and of course some goodwill.
Had a Rotarian that's done willow removal and used a big machine as well as chainsaws, $20,000 equivalent. The geotech person, again a fellow cyclist, did it for nothing.
Those working on the track have plans to extend it even further.
It's intended that there'll be a track going further up the Shotover River, and with a bit of luck there might even be a cycle walk bridge across the Shotover River, cutting across to Little's Road and Arthur's Point.
The new track is not ready for use yet, but should be finished in May. Mina Amso, The South Today.
Comedian and mental health educator Mike King last night offered inspirational advice on dealing with the inner critic and helping young people feel more valued. King spoke to about 120 people at Dunedin's New Life Church as part of a 4-week campaign aimed at countering youth suicide. Along with 7 other people, King's riding a Suzuki 50cc bike from Cape Reinga to Bluff to raise awareness, encourage openness and to listen without judgment when others come to them seeking help. Dunedin's Alveston House greeted passengers from the Sun Princess cruise ship today. The group's arrival also marked a very special milestone. Roselle LeBone has more.
It's not unusual to see a tour group arrive at one of Dunedin's most celebrated attractions, Alveston Historic Home. But there was something special in store for these visitors. These voyagers from the Sun Princess have arrived on an auspicious day here at Alveston, which is celebrating its 2 millionth visitor. The group is being presented with a special gift to mark the milestone.
That is amazing. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Alveston was opened to the public in October 1967 and the 1 millionth visitor arrived in 1989. The house now receives around 25 to 30,000 visitors per year.
But I think we're privileged to come here and visit your beautiful country and be the 2 millionth visitor in this magnificent homestead.
The shortbread, my shortbread maker, which was the biscuit maker in the kitchen, and I have one.
Oh well, it's a beautiful weather, if you can see. It didn't rain today, which is beautiful.
I would have been here in the 70s, so this is nice to come back in.
In 1966, Dorothy Theoman made a gift of the house and its contents to the city. All the house's contents are original and the place looks the same as it did when the family lived in it during the early 20th century. Alveston is acknowledged as a landmarks whenua tohunga Otago property and has a garden of national significance. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today, we find out which successful Dunedin women have been celebrated to mark International Women's Day. And we reveal the outcome of a study into children's cycling skills, which may surprise you.
For all your news from the southern regions as it happens, go to our Facebook page. The South Today, connecting you with your community thanks to New Zealand On Air.
For 3 generations, the Kilpatrick family have ensured Jimmy's pies are still world famous in the South Island. Made to an old family recipe, Jimmy's pies have been one of New Zealand's traditional takeaway foods, prepared daily on the premises alongside a range of savouries, sausage rolls and cakes. Jimmy's pies are distributed throughout the lower South Island. Jimmy's pies are sure to satisfy your travelling munchies.
Hi, Lindsay at Alex Campbell Menswear. We have our 3 stores on sale. It's our summer clearance sale. Look at all these t-shirts, 50% off. Look at all these polo shirts, 50% off. Look at all these woven shirts, short sleeves, 50% off. And there's more. Shorts, all these shorts, 50% off.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
But wait, there's more. 25% off all our regular lines off the normal price.
The Terminus Apartments, where heritage meets modern sophistication and where the past is Dunedin's future. These 1 or 2 bedroom apartments are fitted with modern amenities, room to move and spectacular harbour and city views. Contact us now to have your piece of luxury.
Free heart transmission. Please open your heart. She is flowing freely. She is nourishing. She is loving. Call Sunny Chin for peace in your heart.
FPOS, point of sale and cash registers. Rent, lease or buy. Mobile FPOS and fixed terminals. Short or long-term rentals. Contact Anything's POS today. 0274 361 474.
Why wait for seed to germinate? Why not do it the smart way? For instant results, call Ready Lawn today, or for more information, go to readylawn.co.nz.
At Action Engineering, the team make their mark as innovators in engineering because they don't just make things, they provide solutions. Call now on 477 1643 or go online to see the services they provide.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
Welcome back. March the 8th is being celebrated the world over as International Women's Day. In Dunedin, the Zonta Club hosted an event where a selection of prominent city women were presented with a special flower to recognise their achievement.
Yellow roses like this one were handed to a group of Dunedin women today, both as recognition of International Women's Day and more.
In 1999, the Zonta Rose was accepted as a symbol of Zonta. It's a yellow rose and it's beautiful, it's sunny, it just makes you feel good. And it's to recognise the achievements of women in our community. And our clubs go out and find these people who have achieved and bring them together and present them with this rose and a little bit of information about why we use the rose and about Zonta.
The International Zonta organisation is in its 99th year, and 2018 Dunedin Zonta Club President Dorothy Jacobson outlines why the group advocates for women.
And Zonta is a service organisation that aims to promote a world where women's rights are equal rights through service and advocacy. And so we're just acknowledging women who've achieved things that are worth celebrating.
One of this year's Women's Day Roses recipients, Sophie Barker, says it's an honour to be chosen among such strong women.
It's hugely flattering and I'm quite honoured. I think that it's really important to have great female role models, and I have a female child, so I do try to show her how you can balance work and life and care about people as well.
According to Wikipedia, the earliest observance of Women's Day was called National Women's Day and was held on February the 28th, 1909 in New York, and was organised by the Socialist Party of America. In Dunedin, the Zonta women are looking forward to a huge centennial year next year. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
A study on the National Cycle Skills Training Program for children has looked into cycling in different environments. The study found training improves children's knowledge and confidence cycling in parks and playgrounds and on the road, but not necessarily to school.
A University of Otago study has found cycle skills training does not increase children's confidence or rates of cycling to school. Professor Sandy Mandick says inactivity in children means more interventions are required to get them biking to school, including more on-road cycling time.
So what we found that this type of training is effective at increasing children's and adolescents' knowledge about the road rules. It also increases their self-confidence to cycle in parks and playgrounds and on the road, but not necessarily the confidence to cycle to school.
Mandick says as children grow up, there's a decline in physical activity, particularly in young women.
Really some additional interventions are necessary. For example, changing the built environment, maybe building more cycleways, making that environment more safe, working with parents and changing their perceptions of a safety of cycling to school, and potentially working with the communities and schools as well.
The study involved over 500 children from primary, intermediate and secondary schools in Dunedin. Participants learned cycling skills on school grounds, with some going on to spend 6 hours practising on roads with light traffic. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, we take a look at Dunedin's latest four-legged art exhibition, and the Highlanders prepare for their first South African opponents of the season.
Why wait for seed to germinate? Why not do it the smart way? For instant results, call Ready Lawn today, or for more information, go to readylawn.co.nz.
(135) Cumberland Street is a brand new, recently listed Category 1 heritage building right in Dunedin's warehouse precinct. Only a short walk to the Octagon in the central city, these are warm, well-insulated, self-contained apartments with all you need for a short or long stay. With beautiful views onto the harbour, these Airbnbs at 135 Cumberland Street come highly recommended for your stay in Dunedin.
Oh, I'm not happy with this product demonstration, Ralphie. Oh, relax. It's all about balance. The balance between softness and strength. And my balance is perfect.
So we won't fall?
Of course not.
Hi, Ralphie.
Oh, hey there. Whoa.
You fell for it.
Yep, I fell for it.
Cotton Softs. Softness and strength you can trust.
I'm cotton soft on the environment too.
Garradoor Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garradoor's quality service. Garradoor Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoura Valley Road. Visit www.garradoor.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
Hi, Lindsay and Alex Campbell Menswear. We have our 3 stores on sale. It's our summer clearance sale. Look at all these t-shirts, 50% off. Look at all these polo shirts, 50% off. Look at all these woven shirts, short sleeves, 50% off. And there's more. Shorts. All these shorts, 50% off.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
But wait, there's more. 25% off all our regular lines off the normal price.
FPOS, point of sale and cash registers. Rent, lease or buy. Mobile FPOS and fixed terminals. Short or long-term rentals. Contact Anything's POS today. 0274 361 474. At Action Engineering, the team make their mark as innovators in engineering because they don't just make things, they provide solutions. Call now on 477 1643 or go online to see the services they provide.
Helping New Zealanders to do more. Talk to MTF today.
Active interior design in Mornington are the curtain and blind experts. The team can even advise you on outdoor products like awnings and umbrellas and will ensure that everything is perfect. For interior design with flair, call Active to book your free in-home consultation or call into the showroom in Mornington.
Welcome back. The Otago Art Society is putting on an exhibition with a difference. Anyone can contribute as long as the artwork is inspired by a dog. The South Today took a look.
Volunteers are busy adding the finishing touches, such as name tags, to the Otago Art Society's exhibition, where the theme is any type of art that is inspired by dogs. Artist Nick Dempster said this exhibition had not just been open to Otago Art Society members.
We've opened it up to any artist who's interested to exhibit work, in a hope to sort of build up the Art Society's profile, introduce people to us and hopefully get some new members in the process. But we've got artists represented here from Auckland to Invercargill.
He says that the response has been overwhelming.
Yes, well, we don't usually have themed exhibitions, so it was a bit nerve-wracking, and I thought maybe we'd get maybe about 100 entries. I thought that would be a good goal, but we've got almost 180 altogether, so we've been really blown away, especially by the three-dimensional artists coming out in force. So we're really excited to be able to show this really diverse collection to the public.
Despite the huge number of entries, they've been able to find space for all the works in their art gallery up on the first floor of Dunedin's railway station. Dempster believes the large number of entries is due in part to the local culture.
Otago, and Dunedin in particular, has a really strong arts culture. And it's really evident, and that's purely based on I think the size of the city. We're a real incubator of ideas. We also have the oldest art school in the country, and the Otago Art Society is the oldest art society in the country.
The dog-themed exhibition opens tonight and runs until the end of March, with a special hand puppet storytelling event for children at 11 a.m. this Sunday. Rudy Adrian, The South Today.
Well, after a week off, the Pulse Energy Highlanders will take on the Cape Town-based Stormers and will be seeking their second win of the season on Friday night. Roselle LeBone has more.
The Highlanders are back on the game a week after their victory over the Blues 41-34 at Forsyth Bar Stadium in Dunedin. In their Super Rugby season opener, they took advantage of the Blues being down to 14 men and beat the Auckland team 41-34. They're taking on the South African Stormers this Friday and showing their strength with only 4 changes from their opener against the Blues. The team were back on home turf at the Forsyth Bar training this afternoon after being in Queenstown most of the week. It's preparation for what coach Aaron Majors says will be a tough game. Tasman Lucy Shannon Frizzell takes his place on the reserves bench, while co-captain Ash Dixon will miss the game with a back injury and will be replaced by Greg Pleasance-Tate. In the backs, powerful Fijian winger Tavita Nabura earns a spot on the left wing. It's a debut game for both Frizzell and Nabora. Roselle the Bone, The South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on The South Today. A multi-million-dollar Heart of the City project planned for Invercargill's central business district will see most of an inner-city block demolished. Construction of a new 3.2 kilometre cycle trail from the old Shotover Bridge to Tucker Beach Delta near Queenstown is underway. And Dunedin's Alveston House greeted passengers from the Sun Princess cruise ship today. And the historic home celebrated a very special milestone, its 2 millionth visitor. What's happening in tomorrow's Otago Daily Times? Here's Phil Somerville. Good evening.
Hi, Callum. The new strain of rabbit virus due to be released in a few weeks. We've got a story about the regional council and groundwork being underway, so that's all go. They're laying the carrots and bait to try to get rabbits used to things, and we'll see if that can make a difference to the rabbit population. Nice story about two graduating Cadbury workers from polytechnic courses, and of course that's starting to wind down now, only a few weeks to go. Redback spider found in Oamaru, story about that and what that means, and more details in the paper tomorrow about the extraordinary visit of more than 6,000 Chinese Amway sellers coming up shortly, and details about how that'll work. That's a big influx over a short period.
All right, don't like the sound of that spider story. Thanks for that. It's tomorrow's Otago Daily Times. Now time for a look at tomorrow's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
And to the situation, a cool day ahead tomorrow as air is dragged over the South Island from the Southern Ocean around a ridge of high pressure that will bring a fine weekend as a milder northerly airflow increases early next week. To the southern outlook, and 14 degrees for Balclutha, Catlins, Gore and Lumsden tomorrow, all towns experiencing moderate southeasters and some cloud. To the central towns, 15 degrees for Wanaka, Queenstown, Alexandra and Te Anau. Te Anau light winds and fine, and southeasterlies some cloud for Alexandra, Queenstown and Wanaka. To the northern outlook, Oamaru and Timaru get a few showers tomorrow with moderate southerlies, highs of 14, and again slightly warmer inland. Omarama and Twais will get to 15, light southeasterlies mostly cloudy. In Dunedin tonight, showers and southerly winds, a low of 9 degrees. Tomorrow, cloudy and cold with a few light showers at times. Moderate southerly, 13 is that high, 8 the low. Saturday, cloud breaks, sunny periods develop with light northeasterly winds, a high of 16. Down to Invercargill tonight, low cloud and overnight low of 9 degrees. Tomorrow, becoming fine and sunny during the morning, a light southeaster, high of 14, low of 5. And for Saturday, milder with long sunny periods, a moderate northerly wind, high of 16, the low is 7. And that was The South Today. For more Southern Region news, follow us on Facebook and at channel39.co.nz. From all the team here, have a good night.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.